Good day, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a closer look at the latest developments in Iraq's foreign exchange market as the US dollar recorded another slight decline against the Iraqi dinar during Tuesday morning trading. We'll break down the latest exchange rate figures from Baghdad and Erbil, discuss what these movements could mean for businesses, travelers, and everyday citizens, and explain why the difference between Iraq's official exchange rate and the parallel market continues to attract so much attention. Before we begin, it's important to make one thing absolutely clear. The exchange rates discussed in this video refer to trading in Iraq's parallel or cash market. These figures do not represent any official change in Iraq's national exchange rate. As of today, the Central Bank of Iraq has not announced any revaluation, reinstatement, or adjustment to the country's official exchange rate policy. The official exchange rate remains unchanged unless announced by the appropriate Iraqi authorities. Now let's look at the latest market numbers. According to a morning market survey, the US dollar weakened slightly against the Iraqi dinar during Tuesday's trading session. In Baghdad, the dollar traded at 149,900 Iraqi dinars for every 100 US dollars at the Al-Kifah and Al-Harithiya central exchanges. This represented a modest decline compared with Monday's level of 150,050 Iraqi dinars per $100. Although the movement may appear small, many traders closely monitor even these minor changes because they can indicate short-term shifts in supply and demand inside Iraq's currency market. At local exchange shops across Baghdad, the selling price reached 150,500 Iraqi dinars per 100 US dollars, while the buying price stood at 149,500 Iraqi dinars per $100. This spread between buying and selling prices is normal in retail currency trading and reflects the operating margins used by exchange businesses. Meanwhile, in Erbil, the capital of the Kurdistan region, exchange shops reported the US dollar selling at 150 Iraqi dinars per $100 and buying at 150,050 Iraqi dinars per $100. Overall, Tuesday morning's figures showed a modest strengthening of the Iraqi dinar against the US dollar in both Baghdad and Erbil. Whenever exchange rates move even slightly, one of the first questions people ask is whether this represents a major economic shift. The simple answer is no. Daily fluctuations are common in Iraq's parallel currency market and often result from routine changes in demand for US dollars rather than any fundamental change in monetary policy currency. Markets respond continuously to trading activity. Some days demand for dollars increases because businesses need foreign currency to pay overseas suppliers. Other days demand eases, allowing the dinar to strengthen slightly. These regular movements are part of normal market behavior. The difference between the central exchange rate and the prices quoted by neighborhood exchange shops is also something worth understanding. Central exchange markets generally reflect wholesale trading among licensed financial institutions and major dealers. Retail exchange shops then adjust their own buying and selling prices to account for operating costs, local demand, and market risk. This explains why Baghdad's central exchange recorded 149,900 dinars per $100, while exchange shops sold dollars for 150,500 dinars. The difference is part of the normal retail market structure. Many viewers also notice that rates in Erbil are sometimes slightly different from those in Baghdad. These differences are common and can occur because of local supply and demand conditions, transportation costs, customer activity, and regional market dynamics. Although both cities operate within Iraq's economy, local trading conditions are not always identical. Small pricing differences between Baghdad and Erbil have existed for years and generally do not indicate a major economic event. One encouraging aspect of Tuesday's trading session is that the market remained relatively stable. Instead of experiencing large swings, exchange rates moved only modestly compared with Monday's levels. Stable currency markets are generally viewed positively because they reduce uncertainty for businesses importing goods, exporters planning transactions, and families managing household expenses. Many Iraqi companies rely heavily on imported products, including food, electronics, machinery, construction materials, medicine, and industrial equipment. Since many of these goods are purchased in US dollars, exchange rate stability helps companies estimate future costs more accurately. When exchange rates fluctuate dramatically, importers often face uncertainty regarding future expenses. Stable market conditions make financial planning easier and help businesses avoid unexpected increases in purchasing costs. Consumers also benefit from greater exchange rate stability. If businesses experience fewer unexpected increases in import costs, retail prices may remain more predictable. Although many other economic factors also influence inflation, it's also important to understand why the US dollar remains such an influential currency inside Iraq. The US dollar plays a major role in international trade. Many imports are priced in dollars, and global commodity markets, including oil, commonly use the dollar as the primary settlement currency. Because Iraq's economy depends heavily on oil exports, dollar liquidity remains an important component of the country's financial system. At the same time, the Iraqi dinar serves as the country's official domestic currency, used for salaries, government payments, retail purchases, and everyday transactions. Maintaining confidence in both currencies is an important objective for policymakers. Another point frequently discussed by viewers is whether a stronger dinar in the parallel market automatically means the official exchange rate will change. The answer is no. The official exchange rate is determined through decisions made by the Central Bank of Iraq. Daily movements in cash market trading do not automatically trigger changes in official monetary policy. Parallel market prices reflect private buying and selling activity. Official exchange rates reflect government and central bank policy decisions. These are two separate mechanisms. This distinction is extremely important because many online discussions mistakenly combine parallel market movements with speculation about future exchange rate policy. As of today, there has been no official announcement confirming any Iraqi dinar revaluation, reinstatement, redenomination, or change to the official exchange rate. Any claims suggesting otherwise should be treated cautiously unless confirmed directly by the Iraqi government or the Central Bank of Iraq. One reason market participants carefully watch the parallel market is that it provides insight into current demand for foreign currency. If demand for dollars rises sharply, the dollar often strengthens in the parallel market. If demand decreases or dollar supply improves, the Iraqi dinar may strengthen modestly, as seen during Tuesday morning's trading. However, these are routine market dynamics and should not automatically be interpreted as evidence of broader monetary reform. Banks, exchange companies, importers, exporters, investors, and ordinary citizens all participate in Iraq's currency market. Each group has different reasons for buying or selling dollars. Importers may require dollars to purchase goods overseas. Travelers may exchange currency before international trips. Businesses may pay foreign suppliers. Individuals may save money in dollars. Financial institutions may adjust liquidity. All of these activities influence daily market pricing. Another important factor is market sentiment. Sometimes expectations alone influence short-term trading. If traders believe dollar demand may increase later in the week, some may purchase dollars earlier. Conversely, if they expect additional dollar liquidity, they may reduce purchases. These expectations can contribute to modest daily price movements even without any major economic news. Tuesday's decline from 150,050 dinars to 149,900 dinars per $100 represents a relatively small movement within the broader range of recent trading activity. Such fluctuations are not unusual and occur regularly in currency markets around the world. The retail exchange rates in Baghdad also reflected normal commercial spreads, selling at 150,500 dinars while buying at 149,500 dinars creates a difference that covers business, operating costs, and market risk. Similar spreads exist in foreign exchange businesses globally. Meanwhile, Erbil's reported selling price of 150 dinars and buying price of 150,050 dinars also indicated relatively orderly trading conditions. These numbers suggest that the market remained active without experiencing excessive volatility. Investors generally appreciate stability because predictable exchange rates reduce financial uncertainty. Businesses also prefer stable markets when planning inventory purchases, pricing products, and negotiating contracts. For households, currency stability can contribute to greater confidence in managing expenses. However, exchange rates represent only one part of the overall economic picture: inflation, government spending, oil revenues, international trade, banking reforms, investment activity, and broader global economic conditions all influence Iraq's economy over the longer term. Therefore, daily exchange rate movements should always be viewed within this larger economic context. Many viewers also ask whether a single day strengthening of the Iraqi dinar guarantees that the trend will continue. The answer is no. Currency markets move in both directions depending on changing market conditions. Some days the dollar strengthens, other days the dinar strengthens. Long-term trends can only be evaluated by observing market performance over extended periods rather than focusing on one trading session. Professional analysts typically examine weeks or months of data before drawing conclusions about broader market direction. Another important reminder is that exchange rates reported during the morning may change later in the day. Currency markets remain active throughout trading hours, meaning prices can fluctuate before the market closes. For that reason, many financial news organizations provide both opening and closing market reports. Viewers should always verify the timing of exchange rate information when comparing different reports. As Iraq continues implementing financial modernization efforts and expanding its banking sector, transparency and stability remain important priorities for policymakers. Financial reforms, stronger banking systems, improved payment infrastructure, and greater compliance with international financial standards may all contribute to a more efficient financial system over time. However, these long-term reforms should not be confused with immediate changes to the official exchange rate. Economic reforms often require years of implementation and involve many different institutions. Short-term currency fluctuations are only one small part of that broader process. Today's trading session demonstrates that Iraq's foreign exchange market continues responding primarily to ordinary market forces. Supply and demand remain the main drivers of daily movement. While today's numbers showed a modest strengthening of the Iraqi dinar in the parallel market, the movement remains relatively small and well within the normal range of daily trading activity. For anyone following Iraqi currency developments, the most important approach is to focus on verified information from reliable sources. Market surveys provide valuable insight into daily trading activity, but official monetary policy can only be confirmed through announcements issued by the Central Bank of Iraq or the Iraqi government. Separating confirmed facts from speculation is essential for understanding developments accurately. So, to summarize today's market update, the US dollar weakened modestly against the Iraqi dinar during Tuesday morning trading. Baghdad's Al-Kifah and Al-Harithiya central exchanges recorded 149,900 IQD per 100, compared with 150,050 IQD per $100 on Monday. Baghdad exchange shops offered the dollar at 150,500 IQD per $100 for selling and 149,500 IQD per $100 for buying in Erbil. The dollar sold for 151,150 IQD per $100 and bought for 150,050 IQD per $100. These figures indicate a slight strengthening of the Iraqi dinar in the parallel market. However, there has been no official announcement of any Iraqi dinar revaluation, reinstatement, or change to the official exchange rate by the Central Bank of Iraq or the Iraqi government. As always, continue following official announcements and verified financial reports rather than relying on rumors or speculation. Thank you for watching today's Iraqi dinar market update. If you found this analysis helpful, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us again for the latest verified developments from Iraq's foreign exchange market. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.